Now we have an understanding of our body, we want to think about how we can help to regulate it, and where the relationship with our mind, our body, and possibly our soul fit in is being able to regulate our body system. And one of the best ways we have at our fingertips for that is our breath. So being able to notice your breathing as you breathe in, as you breathe out, and perhaps doing that with your eyes closed, being aware of your breath, whether it's in the front of your chest, whether it's in your tummy, whether it's in the lower ribs, and noticing how much of a breath you take. Are you taking short, sharp breaths? Are you taking shallow breaths just in the lower part? Or are you taking big, bold breaths every single time? It all tells us a little piece of the puzzle. So our breathing is a way that we can make a conscious change to how we reflect, how we action. So if you've been feeling tired or exhausted, even if you've been feeling a bit snappy, or if you've wanted to rest but your body has been telling you otherwise, and if you've been doing really well but then something seemingly quite small has seemed to sort of tip you over the edge, then using breath is a great way to get better control of how we're moving and managing and reacting to our environment. We're going to start with box breathing. This allows us to get a systematic approach to how we breathe. We breathe in for 4 seconds. We hold for 4, 2, 1. We breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And we hold for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it again together. Breathing in. Out. And rest. 2, 3, 4. So allowing the largest part of our lungs to take the volume is that lower rib cage. So our lungs are shaped in the lowest part holds the biggest volume. So you could put a towel behind your rib cage and actually feel what that's doing, or you could put your hands here and actually feel the lower rib cage expand. That's another way to do it. So there's really good evidence that shows us our nervous system can help self-regulate when we have a good breath work managing that process. Some of what that does is give us a bit more of a sense of stability and a sense of calm. And that also comes via oxytocin. Oxytocin is delivered to us in a way we get from patting our dogs or hand on our chest, hand on your belly. So have a think about those as other ways that you can release a bit of oxytocin throughout your day, holding your hand to your chest, holding your hand on your belly, giving your little ones a little hug, or patting your dog. The other component to that feel-good factor for us is serotonin. And serotonin is managed a lot by our nutrition. I'm going to talk about that in a wee bit, but also by our exercise. Now, I'm not saying we all need to get out to the gym every day, but I am saying that we need to move, however and whatever form that looks like. So we need to ensure that we are getting outside essentially and moving 20 to 30 minutes within that outside environment most days. Now that might seem quite difficult for some, and I would love to be able to explore that with you if you're thinking that that's too much of a challenge at this stage. The other area that I want us to think about is how we can adapt and modify those processes to make them much more doable, whether that comes in a form of habit. And Atomic Habits, you may have heard of that book, and Mel Robinson's books, I think, are really great ways to start us feeling and acknowledging how we can help support and motivate ourselves to take those processes, to manage what we might find as a little bit of a struggle or quite a lot of a struggle, depending on where we sit in our health journey right now. So have a think about those. We've talked about breathing, the box breathing. We've talked about our body system and regulation and awareness. And we've talked a little bit about the oxytocin and serotonin release that we need to get our body in that mind space, in that mindset, for us to move forward together.